have been trying to figure out the best way or strategy to market local foods in the WIC-only environment. So there are the traditional Buy Fresh, Buy Local campaigns that you see that have been sort of advocated and used for a number of years in the local food work and in the local food movement. And we wanted to see if there was a new way to market local foods to excite WIC moms and or people in underserved populations who may not normally have access to local food. So what we did is through our connections with Kellogg, they suggested a marketing consultant that we talk with who came to LA and worked with us to interview and learn directly from the WIC moms how they felt about local and what was important to them when they bought local foods. People were less concerned about the farmer's story, him as a person, and say, whereas I'm concerned about how many dogs do you have, or are your kids going to go into farming, or what's your most exciting thing you do on the farm day to day. The WIC moms really looked at them as business owners and wanted to know what kind of business owners they were. Were they good business owners? And because if they were a good business owner, that meant that they were a good employer. And if people were employed on these farms, it meant, especially if they were local, that their neighbors had a job. And that was important to them because that made their community a stronger community. We've taken the research findings and we've brought them here to this Kellogg conference, and we're going to present them to the broader attendee group here. And ultimately, we are going to begin launching our in-store campaigns in June or July of 2010, and we're really excited about it because after all this hard work and talking specifically with WIC moms about what they want to hear, we've come up with our campaign slogan and look and marketing campaign essentially, and what we've landed on is seasonality. Seasonality seems to be a very interesting entry point and a way to connect with WIC moms, because what we heard through our findings was a lot of stories that have been passed on to mothers that are now participants in the WIC program and have children themselves, that were passed on to them from their parents, their grandparents, and their moms themselves, talking about how their grandmother taught them about how to cook cherry pie in the summer months, or that peaches were something they have a memory of eating and picking from a tree and eating them with their grandmother or grandfather. So it's really endearing and actually kind of exciting, because we hope that we can pass that message along from mother to child and from family to the children as well through the campaign. And so we've come up with a slogan that is called "Eat in Season, What's Your Reason?" And we're really excited about the question part of it, because we feel it's very interactive and allows a lot of dialogue between the WIC employees, the WIC customers, the farmer, and it can be applied in a lot of very interactive settings, both in WIC stores and outside of WIC stores, in schools or around and in underserved communities as well.